Hey, Virgo, intuitive soul coach here with your January 2023 love reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we'll dive into the collective energy of Virgo and take a look at all things related to love. Whether you are currently single, perhaps you're partnered up, maybe you're going through a challenging situation with someone close to your heart, we'll dive into it all. So just a friendly reminder, Virgo, these are general readings. Please do take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or even entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right. So what we have here is we have religious factors. Give your relationship a chance. And we have it is safe for you to love. They're giving me a song right away. Now, I'm not sure who the singer is. I'm just hearing the beats and the lyrics. The first cut is the deepest. I'll try to love again. The first cut is the deepest, and then it goes on a little bit. I'll try to love again. So I do feel that for some of you, you may have been deeply wounded from a past situation, a past person, whether they are still in your life or not. But some of you may still be rearing from the effects of some sort of hurt. Now, this doesn't have to just be a romantic hurt or a romantic partnership. This could be a family member. It could be a friendship as well that you've had a falling out with. So Virgo, it says here, your love life is influenced by your religious, by your spiritual path, or by your upbringing, your childhood. So I am sensing here that some of you may still be healing from childhood wounding, or if you've done the work, you're looking to not repeat history is what I feel here. You're looking to not repeat the same cycle, whether this is a childhood cycle that you've seen growing up or you were in a prior marriage or relationship in the past. Some of you do feel like you're going in circles, whether you're single or you are in a relationship. But I am sensing here that your background, if you are a highly spiritual person or perhaps you have a strong work ethic, Virgo, I feel that you want to attract someone that's on the same wavelength or the same page. A lot of you want someone who is also spiritually inclined or so-called woke, awakened, where you're able to connect and talk about energy, talk about past lives possibly, or talk about your religion or your spirituality here, whatever it is that you believe. So I am sensing that some of you are also using the law of attraction to help you manifest the kind of love that you seek, regardless of your relationship status. We have here, give your relationship a chance, work on your partnerships. Working on your partnerships of all shapes, sizes, and forms. The partnerships that you have with your coworkers, your friends, your neighbors, your lovers, your children, your parents. So I am sensing here that a lot of you are working on relationships with others in your life because you have been working on your own self, Virgo. So pat yourself on the back because a lot of you have been through a lot, whether it was traumatic experiences, whether you've had your heart broken, or whether you've been single for quite some time, working on yourself, it is finally safe for you to love. I do feel like it's always been safe for you to love here, but you're finally getting to that place where your vibrations are rising. Your consciousness is rising in energy. Therefore, you're going to attract someone that mirrors that energy. So it says here, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So I am feeling here that January is going to be the catalyst for a really positive year when it comes to matters of the heart, when it comes to relationship dynamics between you and all of the people that you surround yourself with. For those of you that are looking for companionship, partnerships, or soulmates, I am feeling that this year for you, you're going to call in your soul tribe. You're going to call in your soulmate here. If you are already in a relationship, I feel like you may be taking something here to the next level. You may be having a very important heart-to-heart conversation with a loved one, letting them know what it is that fuels you, what it is that you need, and you're wanting to know what they need as well. So there can be equal reciprocity between the both of you. For those of you that are single, you're definitely working on your own spiritual self. And I feel that you've been doing a lot of inner work, whether you have been taking classes, maybe through online about the self. So there's something here with psychology, learning. Now you may have a career that has to do with the healing arts or some sort of therapist, coaching, counseling, mentoring, guiding, something of that nature. So if you have a career in the healing arts or the holistic field, it's actually helped you heal some of the past woundings as well, because there's a clear understanding of why things happened or why people have reacted the way that they do, but there's an understanding here. So let's dive into the heart of the matter. We have the Strength card. Beautiful. So when the Strength card shows up, this is about you persevering. This is about you overcoming all of those hurdles that life has thrown at you, especially in matters of the heart. Now, some of you have lost loved ones who have crossed over tragically. I'm getting here for some of you. You may be widowed. This could be brothers. It could be sisters. It could be parents, children. I am getting here that you've suffered in matters of the heart. But you are so powerful, Virgo. You are so much stronger than you give yourself credit for. So what's happening here is, even though you've been through some experiences of the heart, whether they've been ups or downs, as will fluctuate going through life here on earth, I feel that you haven't let the world harden you. And that's something that the Strength energy is all about. We can either become bitter or we can become better. And we can let those experiences harden us, harden our heart to love, regardless of our relationship status, or we can take a look at the experiences that we've had thus far in our lives, and we can say, wow, we have overcome a lot. We are powerful beings, but we're going to stay open. We're going to stay vulnerable to love, because that is what we're here on earth to do. So when the Strength card shows up, some of you may have strong Leo placements. You may be dealing with a Leo as well. But this is a very powerful energy of you staying compassionate, not just towards the world around you, but most importantly to yourself, because I do sense that some of you have really been hard on yourself. Why can't I find love? Why can't I be in a relationship that is healthy, that is good for me? Why does everyone have to leave or abandon me? Or why can't I have the type of love that I want? So I do sense here that you have been asking questions, but 2023 is a different energy for you. And when it comes to matters of the heart, I feel like you're opening yourself up to a whole new level, which is what this says here, a whole new level of high energy, because it says, open your heart to give and receive the highest level of love. And that's what's happening here with this Strength card. So let's take a look at what's crossing your energy, Virgo, in the month of January. What do we have here for Virgo? And they just gave me here, the first cut is the deepest. So I'm not sure what that means for you. Maybe it's the first love, the first heartache, or if you were in a relationship, or if you're going through a complicated matter, there may have been something that you're working on learning or forgiving. But the good news is here, is you're healing. You are going through a healing process. And if anything, you're manifesting the kind of love that you seek in your life, regardless of what kind of love that is for you. Love is love, but regardless of what shape or form that takes. Now, when the Star card shows up, you have double major arcana right off the bat. So this is about transformations as well. When this Star card shows up, it says, don't give up on love, because you're so much closer than you think. Don't give up on yourself, Virgo. If you are in a relationship, some of you may want to give up, I'm hearing as well, if this relationship isn't serving your highest good, or maybe you're ready to release a soul contract with a lover or with a family member. That is okay for you to do as well. Now, some of you may be holding back on making some decisions regarding matters of the heart because of, I'm just getting that Eight of Swords energy where you feel trapped for some reason or another, whether it's something physical, maybe you have children together. Some of you are staying due to financial obligations. Others of you, it could be tied to religion. Maybe you grew up thinking that you couldn't get divorced, that you had to work through everything. Some of you here that are single, I feel that there's someone coming in here sooner rather than later in 2023. So don't lose hope. This Star card is all about inspiration. It is about guidance, positivity, and peace moving forward. So if you have struggled in the recent past, especially for those of you that have lost loved ones, I feel that November and December, possibly even a little piece of January, the beginning energy of January may have been a little bit difficult or maybe a little difficult for you, Virgo, just because you're still reeling the effects of some sort of loss or just the energies of 2022 altogether. You're ready to start fresh. You're ready to start new. So let's take a look at what's going on in the deep, deep past. What's the foundation here for Virgo? Whoa, okay. Thank you, Spirit. So we're just going to take these cards and we're going to lay them out here for you. How would you like this, Spirit? Okay. Okay, so the rest of these cards, they're telling me, are going with the foundation because you do have some stuff that is possibly affecting your present energy or something you're healing from. So let's take a look at what that is. Okay. Oh, yes. Wow. So King of Pentacles, the Sun card, the High Priestess, and the Death. There is 3 major arcanas. So wow. You can't make this up here, Virgo. So you've definitely gone through a lot. King of Pentacles is working towards a higher level of stability. Now, some of you may have been in a high level of commitment, or you've done a lot of transforming, which we just talked about here. So there may have been a situation where you are in a relationship or you were in one in the deep, deep past that was your everything, that was sunny and that was bright and that was exciting. You may still be feeling that energy at times, but I am getting that you had to go through this transformation, whether it was a spiritual quest, whether some of you had to really listen to your intuition, because this High Priestess showing up is saying you went through this process here, process of discovering who you are with and possibly without a person is what I feel here for you. And you've had to rebuild your sense of stability. Some of you may have just been focused on your career in the past, and your career may have been really thriving or booming at one point, but I am getting that there was some sort of a shift. Now, if you've been in a relationship for quite some time, it's always wonderful. In the beginning, there's always that honeymoon phase or the rose-colored lens. There's happiness and excitement. And then the further along that you get in your relationship, it's important to keep that dynamic together. But sometimes things happen. Sometimes external influences impact the relationship, or you grow apart, grow distant, and it's not always that sun energy. For some of you, there was a physical split, or you've just been single on your own and maybe enjoying being on your own, being on the healing path. Maybe you've been looking towards a spiritual career, a spiritual union as well. I am getting that some of you, there may have been someone in the past that you thought, this was my person. This is my soulmate. This is my twin flame, or this person is the one that really brings me to a higher level of ecstasy. And I feel here that there's some sort of shift or change that happened in that dynamic. So what do we have in the recent past here for you? There's that 6 of Swords. So even though I was feeling the 8 of Swords earlier, this is about you getting out of a situation that was less than ideal. This is about you moving forward and you being divinely guided to do so as well. So in the past, some of you may have felt choppy. You've felt mental conflict, or you've just felt that things were hectic or chaotic in matters of the heart. And it may have been affecting you for quite some time, but you had to use your intuition here to guide you out of a situation. Now, if you're still in this situation here, I feel like it's time for you to move on. Okay. I feel like you don't want to stay held hostage or stuck in a situation that is less than ideal. But I do feel a lot of you have already moved on from something that may have been difficult. Something may have been choppy or hard for your heart. Now, what's showing up above you? What's in your headspace? You're ready. New opportunities. Some of you are quite curious. You've been doing some research. You've been learning about who you are. I feel that some of you may have put yourself on maybe a dating site, a dating app, or you're ready or have been reaching out to bring yourself closer to those around you. I am getting that there's been messages through social media for some of you. There's been texting as well, or you're thinking about texting someone, or you're thinking about if they're going to text you or message or email. But the Page of Swords here is a very curious creature, a very inquisitiveness. So when this page shows up, you're ready for this new 2023 vibe. You're ready for a new challenge when it comes to matters of the heart. And when I say challenge, it doesn't mean that it's difficult, but love goes through many different levels. Ultimately, yes, love is love underneath the surface, but it can fluctuate at times. It's something that we have to navigate through here on earth, because there is external influences that may at times interfere. But what you're learning here is unconditional love, first and foremost for yourself. There's an understanding of oneself to not criticize, not judge, not be labeled or defined by the past experiences in a negative way. So when this Page of Swords shows up for you, you're ready to switch on that light bulb, to learn, to discover, to open your heart, to date, to new friendships. So cheers to 2023, I just heard, because some of you are absolutely making this your year. So what's coming in the near future? Another page. Yes, this is excitement. Some of you are planning a trip. You may be traveling. You may meet someone while you are out and about. There's something with a social setting, social environment. Now, if you are meeting someone for a date, I feel like you may be meeting out in public. For example, you may be getting tea together and going out to get drinks, getting dinner, something of that nature. If you are in a relationship that you're not ready to leave, you want to bring back together, I feel it's important for you to join a new club or to commit to a new hobby together, to do some sort of activity that brings the both of you kind of back together, especially if that spark has started to dim, or if for some of you that spark has completely went out and it's been out for quite some time. It's important to reignite that passion. Go on a trip together, take a second honeymoon, join a club or a class, take a painting workshop, join a bowling league, something of that nature that you can get out of your comfort zone. And some of you are saying, well, Melissa, I don't have time to do that. I have to focus on business or children. You can always make time for what's important, Virgo. So if you do want your relationships to thrive to the next level, you must meet the person halfway and you must put in the effort. And this Page of Wands says you're ready to do this. You're ready to create change when it comes to matters of the heart. And that's what this year is all about for you. Now let's see how you're feeling. What is your energy? This is all about you. You're feeling the Hermit. You're doing a lot of deep soul searching. What is it that I want? Who am I? What kind of relationships can I bring in? I feel like this is you really doing some deep soul searching. Now, if you've been feeling lonely, withdrawn, or even on the sidelines, I feel that some of you, again, you have been going through this spiritual transition with the Six of Swords. Some of you have just been in your head at times, or you've been hibernating is kind of the energy that I get. But I feel that you're coming out of that hermit shell. You're starting to take some steps forward here, which is really good because you're ready to do so. But sometimes, Virgo, you can go inward, and that's okay as well. But don't allow yourself to stay too long in that inward position, because there's something here with being social, connecting, communication, because I feel that the energy shift is needed at this time. When this Hermit shows up, again, another major arcana, this is just, wow. The Hermit energy is about some introspection, self-knowledge. Some of you are really focusing on yourself, and that's okay. If you're not looking for love, you may be looking to advance your own self-love. You may be looking to head in a direction where you love your career, love what it is that you're doing, or love your life in a single manner. But I'm sensing if that was you, you probably wouldn't be here watching a love reading. However, the Hermit energy is about you've done the work. Okay, you have put in the soul searching. You've put in the hours. You've put in the time to really discover and find out who you are. Now, some of you may be saying to yourself, Virgo, that I need to become healed before someone comes into my life. I need to work on my own stuff. Now, I get that a lot where people think, well, I need to work on my own traumas, my own baggage, so I don't bring it into the next relationship. And there is a little piece of that I don't necessarily agree on, because we all have experiences and we all have trauma. Now, yes, it's important to not repeat patterns, but you don't have to wait for yourself to feel fully healed, because I always say, if you wait for Friday, if you wait for the weekend, if you wait for next year, if you wait till you retire, you could be waiting a lifetime, and you could be missing out, Virgo, on beautiful opportunities to open your heart. That would become that energy here of becoming better, not bitter. Open yourself up to love. A lot of times relationships are like mirrors. So if you are feeling lonely and you're wanting to attract love, then tell yourself you're worthy of it. Tell yourself that you are whole, that you are complete, you are lovable. Yes, you've chosen to be this beautiful light being that you are, to have these human experiences, but you don't have to reject love until you feel like you are whole, because you already are. All right, let's take a look at your environment. What is going on around you? Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is trying to create balance within your life. Some of you may be dating a couple of people, or you may be talking to more than one person. For others of you, you're just trying to create space, time, and balance within your life in order for you to get yourself out there. Or if you're in a relationship, you're wanting to create reciprocity, equal give and take, and balance between the both of you. This Two of Pentacles energy is about possibly balancing work and play. Some of you may be feeling at times a little bit overwhelmed, taking on a lot. And I feel that there's more balance coming into the near future. You're just kind of reeling or unwinding from the last half of 2022. You will be able to find this balance and be able to keep the peace within yourself, instead of letting things get too much for you and starting to feel a little bit trapped where you want to get out of a situation quickly. I feel the Two of Pentacles is saying you have what it takes to blend the energies, to balance them out. If you want to build your career and your love life, you can do both. If you possibly are raising children and you're wanting to find new love as well, or reconnect with someone close to your heart, you're able to balance that out. But you feel at times that you have to choose. I don't feel that it's necessary for you to choose. If you can find the calm and find the peace within, you can balance and blend everything equally here. So let's take a dive into your hopes and fears, Virgo. What are your hopes and fears? Nine of Wands. You're the wounded warrior, of course. Your hopes are that you can stay determined, that you can stay dedicated, that you can push through any of the challenges that life throws your way. And you absolutely will. You're strong. You are strong. You have the Strength card showing up as your main energy here. But when this Nine of Wands shows up as a fear, some of you want to give up on love. That would be doing yourself a disservice, because you are made of love. You are love, Virgo. And yes, we've been heartbroken. We've been challenged. We've dropped to our knees. We've prayed. We've begged. There's so many things that we've been through here on earth, but that's part of the experience. You don't have to let one experience or many that have accumulated over time bring you down to your lowest of low. And some of you may have felt that way, absolutely. But like I always say, fall down 5 times, get up 6. And that's what this Nine of Wands is all about. Fall down 9 times, get up 10. You have what it takes to push through. You are courageous. You are determined. You will attract the love that you seek. I feel that a lot of you, even subconsciously, may, as a defense mechanism, push love away. Sometimes it's a self-sabotage, because we think if we push this love away, whether it's a family member, whether it's a friend, or whether it is a lover, if we push them away, then we can't get hurt. And then we don't realize why we feel abandoned or rejected, because it's almost like it's a push and pull, something we're doing subconsciously based on something that's happened many years ago. So definitely look into that. If you do feel abandoned, rejected, withdrawn, or you're still healing from a situation, know that you are worthy and deserve love. And I certainly sense it's coming in. Let's take a look at your final outcome. Who's excited? Virgo, final outcome. Oh, I love this. The World. This is about completing cycles. It's about victory. It's about achievement. It's about finally hitting that reward that you've been waiting for quite some time, whatever that may mean for you. This is a sense of wholeness, which we were talking about in your reading. Remember, I said you are whole. You are fulfilled. You came into this world as that spark of love and energy. But as we travel along through the world and we go on our soul journey, we tend to take on experiences that feel like they're taking little bits and pieces, and we disassociate ourselves from the whole. But I feel like you're remembering who you are, and you're not letting the pieces of you that felt disassociated or felt traumatized, you're not letting that interfere with love any longer. Now, it doesn't mean that every single relationship is going to be awesome and you're never going to have any challenges. It just means that you're going to find that peace within when you do come up against a roadblock, and you'll be able to take on that roadblock much easier, with more ease, with more peace, and you'll be able to heal through challenges quicker than maybe you have in the past. You're not going to let it store in your body and come up in the future in relationships and then say to yourself, well, I need to heal this in order to achieve the love that I want. No, you're going to let those feelings and emotions ride through you in order for you to release them, so you don't store them in your body for, again, future dates. So this world is coming to a close here. This is about you finishing and completing a very important cycle in your life. When this World card shows up, you have felt stuck in love. You have felt set back, or maybe there was some sort of lack of closure that you didn't get in the past. I feel like you are making amends, or you're gaining the closure that was necessary in order for you to feel complete. That's what this world is all about. Beautiful. And she's smiling. She's happy. She's colorful. She's in the rainbow energy. You can see the reds and the yellows and the blues. Mainly that yellow. That's that solar plexus chakra here. This is about you living from a place of power, personal power, that magician energy, instead of ego, which the ego center lies here as well. So I feel that you are rising above. You're letting go of the judgments, the criticisms, the fears, the jealousy, the victimhood, the mentality of I am not worthy enough for love, or whatever it is, Virgo, that we tend to tell ourselves sometimes when we're hurt or when we are in pain. You are whole, you are complete, and you are worthy of love. Very beautiful. I'm still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 major arcanas in your reading. Virgo, this is the year for you. There's going to be a lot of changes that show up. I feel first and foremost internally within, that's going to allow you to open yourself up in 2023 to the soul tribe, the friendships, the groups, the love that you truly seek. All right, let's get a message from the Wisdom of the Oracle. I will read to you the relationship message from the guidebook. And we do have here, not for you, not for you. If you can see that, and there's a fortune cookie there. They're actually showing me someone unraveling a fortune cookie. I know it's right here as well, but some of you may have just read your fortune. Whether you received a personal reading from someone, or you did get something that was like a fortune cookie. I'm just getting like looking or reading some sort of fortune. I'd love to hear if that was you. Feel free to drop it in the comments. But what I sense for you is whatever this was in the past that you felt stuck in, whether it was a belief, whether it was a relationship, or whether it was a repetitive cycle that you've done over and over, because we do have the World card. You're done with this cycle. You're done with this past. And that's what this is, I feel, is saying for you. That's no longer for you. It's time for you to wrap this energy, this cycle, this relationship, whatever that may be. It's time to wrap it up and start from a new higher frequency, a higher vibe. Let's take a look and read to you the relationship message. It's also card 6. Now, Card 6 is the Gemini energy of the lovers in tarot. This is about a clear knowing that something is being denied. Rejection is God's protection. So if you were feeling rejected, again, in the past, or if you're still reeling from this energy, maybe you felt withdrawn, I feel that it's time for you to come out of that hermit shell because there's better waiting for you ahead. And the relationship message is this. And do please keep in mind, Virgo, this goes for more than just lovers or romantic interests. This could be family members that have crossed boundaries. This can be for challenging friendships or situations. Some relationships carry an innate seed of failure in them that is obvious from the beginning, but the red flags escape your observation or you refuse to acknowledge them. When a relationship is not meant to be, it is not possible to make it be. Rejection is a sign that you are being protected by the divine. If you are the one who must reject another, remember that you do so for both your sakes. For every pot, there is a lid. This one may not be the best fit. Now, I'm going to read to you the protection message as well, just because I feel that some of you, you're not in a relationship, but you may have felt rejected from people in the past, because I am getting that there was that person, whether it's the one that got away or one that hurt you deeply, because they're giving me that song again, the first cut is the deepest. And it says here, don't chase after what flees from you. Don't obsess over what eludes you. Don't bang your head against the wall. There is nothing romantic about what is unavailable. No prize given for torturing yourself, and nothing to be gained by refusing to see the red flags that have been waving since you began your pursuit. Now is the time to walk away. There are other goals, other loves, other games, other successes waiting for you. The way out of obsessing is radical acceptance and surrender. Spirit wants only the best for you, Virgo. This is a sign that you have something much, much better waiting for you. So trust. That's what 2023 is bringing in. This is a new love, one that's healthy. And it could be, a pre-existing love that you are in or one that you would like to be in. However, the energy shift must change within that dynamic, because you can no longer go on the way that you were, because you're rising in energy, in vibration, in frequency. So therefore, you cannot attract that same vibe that you were in. So there is a shift that's happening for you. And Spirit wants you to know that rejection is God's protection. Possibly things that are difficult for you to see, Spirit can. And I feel like you're guided towards a higher love. Very beautiful. Now, Virgo, let's take a look and get a message from your spirit animal guides. And at this time, I just ask, if you can, please close your eyes. Tune into that solar plexus chakra, the belly area. Take a deep, deep breath. And tune into that third eye chakra, the area between the eyebrows. And I want you, Virgo, to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now, this could be an animal that flies high in the sky. Perhaps it's an animal that swims deep in the sea. It could be an animal that is wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. It could be an animal that's recently crossed your path in the great outdoors, or one that's visited through your dreams. And if you need a moment, Virgo, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your power animal or animals in the comment box below. And I personally, Virgo, will enter you into that free monthly reading giveaway, where I draw one lucky winner around the first of each month and post right back here on this channel. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and bell button if you haven't already. So right away, we have card 39, Moth Spirit. Surrender now. And that's what that Not For You card is all about, surrendering, so you can feel this sense of wholeness, so you can allow the universe, give the universe some breathing room to work its magic. I do feel that some of you, it's very important to to surrender and to feel the ebbs and flows that are showing up in this heart chakra region, to feel the highs, to feel the lows, to feel the emotions. There's something here that you are releasing, and that's what I feel the Not For You card is all about. Now, some of you may be 39. There may have been a significant change in your life around that age. Some of you may have a birthday on the 3rd or the 9th as well as the 12th. Next, we have Turtle. Slow and steady wins the race. Card 62. Now you may be 62. Have a birthday on the 6th, the 2nd, or the 8th. And it says, again, slow and steady. So this is like that Knight of Pentacles energy where you are feeling the vibes of trust, honesty, reliability, dependability. This is something long term. So the next relationship that you get into, I feel it's going to be a deeply connected soulmate. If you are with someone now, you have the potential, if you choose, if both of you choose to stay in the soul contract and make it work for the better, then go slow. Take things slow to reignite that spark. Okay, and then lastly, we have Horse. Horse spirit, freedom is yours. You have free will. You can choose what you want for yourself here. Some of you may be 33, have a birthday on the 3rd or the 6th. Some of you may be seeing 3s quite often as well. 3s are the number of harmony, union, creativity, and advancement. So when you do see the 3s, know that you are raising your vibrations and that you have the freedom within to choose to become better, to choose a higher level of love in all forms. Okay, Horse spirit. Last but not least, Virgo, we are going to get a crystal, gemstone, or mineral, and we're going to see which one you can work with in the month of January that will help you towards your highest love. What do we have here? Hematite. Hematite energy. This is a very powerful stone for grounding. It's card 26. Now, this is all about becoming grounded, getting back to earth, practicality and centeredness, balance and calm. And that's exactly what's going on in your environment. And the message is this: love is a verb expressed through loving actions. Hematite spirit is calling you to take loving action towards someone whom perhaps you've been taking for granted just a bit. It's much too easy to forget people's wonderful qualities and all they give us, for our brains are designed to pay more attention to problems and dangers. Make a point today of expressing love and appreciation to others, from making love to your romantic partner to offering a thank you to a neighbor or doing something special for a friend. Say, I'm so glad you are in my life. Relationships are the foundation that supports you in turbulent times. Nourish them today. Beautiful energy here, Virgo. I hope this reading resonates. I hope it helps on your soul's journey. If you like this, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button, share, do comment your power animals below if you would like. Thank you so much for watching and being here. Lots of love and light.